have today?
Charlie, say what you were going to say.
Hello, y'all.
I got the best prop ever. This is amazing. I met my wife at Beyond Fest, and we got a baby. And 3 years later, look what happened. The dream.
That was a wild screening.
Yeah. Whoa. Charlie, can you say hi to everyone, please? Someone shut. This is the power of SS Rajamouli, baby. He brings us all together.
What do we got today, Chris Jim?
Today we've got an incredible. I can't believe I'm holding my kid. Today we've got an incredible marathon. I mean, you know, we were all there last night, right? So I don't need to wax lyrically about that. We've all got a triple R hangover. But you are truly the hardcore because you're here for not 3 hours, not 6 hours, 9 hours. BAAHUBALI and BAAHUBALI 2. So yeah, you're all maniacs. You're all incredible. None of this would have been possible without the incredible team at the American Cinematheque. Grant Monica, take a bow.
Got Ivan up in the booth today.
Yeah, I mean, we have a projectionist, and he's going to be there with all of you. So a huge round of applause to Ivan. A huge round of applause to Valentina.
We're going to thank our sponsors, of course, Shudder, who made everything at the Los Feliz 3 free for the entire festival. You're in the movie theater at the Aero right now. XYZ Films, and of course, Rucking Fountain, who we all know and love.
Yeah, is anyone actually wearing a Rucking Fountain shirt today? Oh, we have one right there. Okay, coming in. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
There it is.
You go. Anyone else with? I know you need one, but are you wearing one? Those are the rules. All right.
Now you are.
You can have one. So Grant and I have been doing this madness for 10 years with the rest of the team, but for this program in particular, it started about 7 or 8 months ago, and it was all incredibly covert. We couldn't talk to anyone because we wanted to keep it an absolute secret until it was announced. And there was one person who was absolutely instrumental in making this happen, and he's been banging the drum. Grant and I were talking this morning. He reached out to Grant nearly, I think it was a decade ago.
Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah, and he reached out to Grant, and he was like, there are these films, and you have to play them. And it was around the time of, he was trying to get EEGA played here, and Grant programmed. And there were like 2 people here at the time. And so if you think about what it was like then to what it's like now and what it was like last night, there has been such an incredible arc and an evolution of how people are opening up and watching this type of this cinema. And so I'm going to bring up a gentleman. He's literally at the forefront of bringing Indian cinema to America, and he was absolutely instrumental in making all of this happen at Beyond Fest. So please give a huge round of applause to Mr. Josh Van. So obviously we've got the 3 films and a little bit of housekeeping. We're respecting the intermission, so there'll be a 10-minute intermission in each film, and then a 15-minute break in between movies as well. And that 15-minute break will come from the end of credits, so you got a chance to stretch your legs, run across and grab some food across the street and come back.
And I throw out a life hack. There's a Sweet Greens up there. You can order on your app. You can pick it up and come right back.
Good sneak. When you leave the theater, just have your ticket, hold your seat, because we think, or we know because of the ticket count, people are going to be coming for BAAHUBALI, and they'll be coming later for BAAHUBALI too. So save your seats. But Josh, tell us, what are we going to see today? What are we going to experience?
Joy. Pure joy. So yeah, as you were saying, about 10 years ago, EEGA premiered in theaters, just like Triple R did for the diaspora audience. 10 years ago when it screened, though, it screened with no subtitles, no advertising, no nothing. So I was fortunate, very lucky, I feel, to have been able to see it on that opening weekend, and even without subtitles, the movie fucking rules.
Yes.
You don't need any of that stuff to make this make yourself happy with this. But it's gonna be even better now that you know what everyone's saying.
We do have subtitles, by the way.
We do have subtitles,
Just to
yeah.
confirm.
I double checked. Actually, the guy that I was with that night, Ravi, is here tonight, from Dallas. So it was, and after I saw that, I went home and I buzzed all night. I wrote a review and I got immediate emails from people saying, what is this? What are you talking about? And so that's when I first got in touch with Rajamouli after hunting through millions and millions of people, because he's a big deal. Right?
Big deal.
So it was not easy to get in touch with Rajamouli. And when I did, it's kind of funny because I have the first email that he ever sent me. And his first response to my reaching out to him was, I thought you were a Telugu person using a fake name. Because people didn't know outside of the Telugu audience. And then the second thing he asked was, what is a film festival and what is it for? And this is what it's for, sir.
I think with that, we should hand the mic over to the maestro himself.
Absolutely.
Josh, you want to give
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. Good evening. I'm saying good evening because I'm still stuck in last evening.
We all want to live there forever.
Yeah, it's an incredible night, and I should thank the people, Chris and Grant and Josh, everyone who made it incredible. Not just the film, and I think I must agree with Charlie. The t-shirt throwing is the best part of it. I was expecting some gun here so we could shoot. That was fantastic. Thank you, Josh. Really, I said this many times. I never thought I could appeal to Western sensibilities, but if there was one film in my list of films which I thought would really has the capacity to go across, it was EEGA. I guess it looks like most of you have already seen it. Yeah. So it was the craziest idea, but it felt. When I made it, I didn't think it was crazy. I thought it was very cool. People would go for it, would root for it, would love it, which they did. But I didn't know when I was making it that it is an very what do you say, non-commercial idea that people wouldn't go for it. But I had a producer who really thought it is one of the greatest commercial ideas. Mr. Sai Korapati, he is my friend and my producer. He was saying this is what else do you need? This is he's not an intellectual. He doesn't speak English. He doesn't watch English films. He watches all kinds of down masala films in the South. And he said, this is the biggest masala film. So we really went with it. And one more thing, one interesting thing that happened, which I thought would the EEGA would appeal to the Western audiences, is one incident that happened during the post-production of that film as we were editing. My cousin Raja lives in Bay Area. He came to visit me. He came along with his American friend, Jim. Jim came along with him, and I was in the editing room, and they came in, and I was just showing him what was happening. And there was a lot of dialogue happening in Telugu on the monitor, and Raja was trying to translate what was happening, the dialogue from Telugu to English. Jim listened for half a minute or so and said, can you please shut up? I can understand what's happening. So I thought, okay, this film, as an idea, as the film that it was made, it can truly go across, but we didn't know how to do that. Absolutely had no idea. So then I mean, much after the release of the film, I get this mail from Josh saying that he would like to take it to the Western audience through a film festival. Like he said, I didn't know what film festivals were, how. I mean, I know what a film festival is, but I really don't know how it works out. But okay, I thought he was another crazy man like me. Like I was making my crazy movies. There is another crazy man who wants to distribute these films, take the films to the people in the West. Okay, I said go ahead, but I never actually believed that he could bring my films this far. I never believed. Sorry for that.
We love you, Josh.
Yeah, I think we have we'll have a great Q&A at the end of the Baahubali 1 and at the end of Baahubali 2. So EEGA is my first crossover film, in the sense not to the West, but from my Telugu speaking home states itself. Up until then, we Telugus never believed our films could cross the border of our state. I strongly believed Magdira, my previous film, could do that. But unfortunately, at that time, my producer didn't think so, so we had to release only in the Telugu states. But like I said, my producer for my EEGA, Sai Korapati, he said this is a masala film, we have to take it across. So that's the first time I went the borders, beyond the borders of our Telugu states, into Tamil Nadu, into Karnataka, into Kerala, and it was successful in all other states. But we couldn't go into the north of India because there was not a good strategic partner. But that's when I learned how important partnering with good people, people with a passion for storytelling is. That is what I learned. But what happened was EEGA, even though it didn't do well theatrical in the north of India, it gained a lot of respect in the producers, in the distributors, and everyone. It had a lot of fans in the people who actually saw the film. So when we went to the north with Baahubali 1, which I always wanted to go beyond the borders, like I was saying. So when we went to north of India, there was a big reception in the film community for Baahubali 1. Karan Johar, Anil Tadani, the distributor, Karan Johar, the producer, just jumped onto the project. They gave their best for the film, and the Baahubali franchise grew. And I think you know Baahubali 2 is the biggest film in India. It like then came RRR. That we saw yesterday, but I think today it is about EEGA, Baahubali 1 and Baahubali 2. In my whole list of films, obviously all are my films, I love them all, but the most favorite is EEGA. I learned so much in this film. During the process of the film, I never knew what animation was, how to do animation, and this is the first time we learned doing that. I learned animation as I was doing the film. And one important thing, how important it is to hold on to something that is really important. As filmmakers, I'm assuming there are many film students also here. Is to hold on to your idea in the inception, whatever idea you had in your mind. It is very important to hold on to it, because when we started EEGA film, we started simultaneously working on the model of the fly. I was simultaneously shooting and also creating the model. After 6 months into the production, the fly was not turning out the way I envisioned. It was a very difficult call. It cost a lot of money at that time. The VFX studio, Mokta, all the animators, all the people, they were my close friends. But after 6 months of working, because it was not working, I had to take that hard call, and I said, we are scrapping this model and going from the beginning again.
Whoa.
So, I don't know how much they cursed me, but there was Pete, the head of Mokta VFX, came to me and said, no, we can't do that. It's 6 months of work. Can we do this way? Can we do this way? Can we make changes in the model and all that? He said, Pete, ultimately the audience who come to the theater don't care whether we work 6 months or 6 years. They see whatever there is, it is on the screen, and either they will love it or hate it. So just because we work for 6 months, it doesn't mean we have to go forward with a bad product. As a production, we will absorb the cost, but let's start again.
Wow.
So then we started again from the beginning, and that is what you see now. So that's an important lesson, at least that happened in my life. But I think never let go of the initial idea which got you excited. That should be your beacon of light. Travel only towards that. I think you will make it. Thank you. John, anything you want to say? Anything?
Oh, just really quickly, this ultra marathon is the pinnacle of our program with Rajamouli this year. But there are more screenings coming later in the month. If you haven't got tickets for those yet, we're showing Magadia on October 21st. We want to make sure we get you guys there for that. I'm flying back out for that, so I'll make sure that we're taken care of. And then on October 23rd, we're going to be showing Mariana Ramana, which is one of my and we'll also be showing Yamadonga that day. All three of those, none of those three have shown with subtitles from DCP in the States ever. So we're going to be the first ones to see them. I'm so excited about that. So that being said, I think we're ready to go. Let's show the movie.